Hi, I'm Susan Duggan and I'm here today with David Ellis.
Hi, Susan.
David, what are we going to talk about today?
Something a bit different. We're not talking about crystals today, we're talking about the importance of smiling.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Should be interesting.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Smiling. It came to my attention whilst I was at a course with Richard Bandler that smiling was one of the most important things that we could do. So I went off and I did some research, and I asked my research assistant to go and do some further research, and we've discovered some very interesting things about the whole process of smiling and how important the smiling is, not just from a physical perspective but also from an etheric perspective.
Okay, so start off with the physical then and just tell us a little bit about, sort of how that all works. What, sort of what's important about the physical aspect of smiling.
Okay, well, when we smile, our whole face lightens up, okay? And when we smile, we feel better. So why do we feel better when we smile? It's to do with the release of serotonin in the brain. So every time that we smile, see, Mother Nature wasn't silly when she was creating us. When we smile, serotonin is released in the brain and we begin to feel better. The interesting thing is that when I smile, then you'll smile and other people will smile. And the more I smile, and if I'm walking down the street, if I'm trotting along Grafton Street smiling, people will look at me and they might think I'm completely mad, and they will also smile at that whole notion. So the whole process keeps on moving on.
Okay, okay. Just talk to us a little bit about serotonin then, and what does serotonin do for us?
Serotonin is the happy hormone,
Okay.
and when it's released into the brain, it makes us feel better.
Okay, okay. And some of the research that we did would indicate that, sort of you can't help but smile. So that it's almost like an unconscious reaction, that it's not something that we look at somebody and we think, oh, they're smiling, so therefore I'm going to smile too. It's something that actually happens.
Yes, yes. It's a little bit like the eye function when we're looking for information, when we're looking for our access cues. When we are looking for information from the past, we will look in a particular way. We have no control over that.
Yeah.
When we're looking to the future, we look in a particular way and we have no control over that. Smiling is exactly the same.
Okay, okay, and just talk to us a little bit then about, sort of the implications for our health and our, sort of our well-being, apart from just making us feel happy,
Well, it's self-explanatory. If we feel happier within ourselves, then we're going to feel better in our bodies. If our cells are being filled with that happy hormone, serotonin, and that's not to make serotonin sound depletist in any way by simply saying it's the happy hormone. There's a whole scientific jargon behind that. Our cells become happy. We feel better. If we feel better, then ailments disappear.
Right. And in fact, there's been some research done on Norman Cousins, I believe, who had a debilitating disease and was able to laugh himself well. So I think it's interesting that, sort of it is more than just making us feel good, that there is a health benefit there.
Absolutely.
As well. Okay, and just going back to the whole, sort of chemical release and so on. Serotonin is released by the pineal gland, is that
Yes.
right? But that gland also secretes melatonin?
Yes.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about that,
Well,
maybe.
the melatonin is almost the opposite to serotonin.
Okay.
Melatonin closes down the pineal gland, and in our sleep time, melatonin is secreted so that we can get some sleep, we can get some relaxation. The pineal gland, as you know, is our gateway to our divinity. It's our connection to source. This is where we get our flow of energy in the etheric world from source. So if we close down the pineal gland by introducing melatonin, then we no longer have that ability or that connection to source. It's not that source has disconnected us. We have closed ourselves off from source.
Okay, and I believe that the older we get as well, the sort of the smaller the pineal gland.
Yes,
becomes.
and it becomes calcified through the whole process of life and living.
Okay.
And not smiling. The latest research shows that governments have been pumping fluoride into the water systems all over the world. Fluoride, guess what? Closes down our pineal gland. So why are we being closed all of the time to source? Constantly being closed, and the water that we drink and the drugs that we take close down that pineal gland, close down that connection to source. Why is that?
That should cause us a lot of concern, David.
Yes, it does, Susan, because in effect, if our pineal glands close completely, we end up as drones. That's all we are. We become drones. We're disconnected from source, and we become very manageable drones on the earth.
So what can we do about that?
So if we drink spring water and bottled water, and for those of us that live in the countryside, our water is uncontaminated by the government. We have a private well, and so we drink water straight from the depths of Mother Earth, and it is not contaminated with fluoride.
Okay, okay. And of course smiling is going to help.
Absolutely. Yes.
Right. So that's something that everybody can do and be conscious about doing to actually counteract some of the negative effects.
Yes, if you think about a child, or even better still, a baby. So the baby's in the crib, and the baby is giggling and laughing at nothing, but it's not giggling and laughing at nothing, it's giggling and laughing at its guardian angel who's making it giggle and laugh. And what's happening? They're feeling happy, and they're well, and they're happy, and they're doing so well. And as the child grows up, it becomes programmed in life, and the whole process of the pineal gland begins to close down. Children see wonderful things in life. They see the beauty, they understand the fairies, for example, and the angels. As we grow older, we become not too sure about any of those things. Why do you think all of that happens? Why do you think that we start doubting our process? Why is a child able to see wonderfulness and we can't see that? Why does a child laugh for no reason and giggle, and we take life far too seriously?
Okay, so David, you have done a little bit extra on the whole area of smiling.
Yes, indeed. I created a website called www.smiletoday.ie, and I wanted to draw people's attention to the fact that if they smile, they'll actually feel better, and how they can make other people feel better. So we developed this website, and it basically gives you the scientific background into smiling and the benefits for you of smiling. And in an effort to draw people into our website, we created this little stamp, a rubber stamp. And every envelope that leaves my office is stamped with a happy smiley smile. And every check that leaves my office is also stamped with one of these stamps. And any offending letters that I get or nasty mail, I return it with one of these happy smiles. And the whole idea is to just make people smile. It doesn't matter how bad your day is. If you just give a little smile to yourself, you will make yourself feel better, and you will make somebody else feel better.
Okay, and the other thing that I believe you're doing is introducing smiling meditations.
Yes, this is going to be so cool. We have this wonderful lady called Dr. Jerome, and she's going to come in and do these smiling meditations, and they're absolutely going to be brilliant.
Hi, my name is Dr. Jerome. I'm really looking forward to doing the smiling workshop. As David points out, smiling is easy, it's good for you, it creates lovely energy. The smiling meditation takes that energy and sends it right through your body and out into the universe.
Excellent. So we should watch out for those on the website?
On the website, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on the Atlantis Crystals website?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Okay. Well, David, that was very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan.
And thank you, everybody, for listening today.
Thank you very much, and may the light of the universe be with you and surround you always. God bless now.